What is good, YouTube? And today we're going to be talking about the blue boss in Ethernet Rally, Apate. Anyways, but basically you're going to be using two different teams here. One is blue and red, and then green, purple, and yellow. And it's very simple how you want to kill the boss. For the blue and red team, you just bring Fangus and Obel on effect, accuracy, speed builds to basically just take down the boss. Obel on Codex will make the runs a lot more consistent. And for the other three slots, just bring supports that will help mitigate damage or heal your team. I brought Ling Luo, Viper, and Mia. You can bring Ling Luo, Viper, and like Chiaki, or whatever else you have for your supports. If you guys don't want to dot the boss, you don't have to. You can use like Rosa and Giada if you want. But I think for the most part, dotting the boss will be the most consistent. Now for the second team, you want to bring Vice for sure. Vice can lock down the boss with his taunt, which is very important. And for your DPS, you can bring Messiah or Yeli, whatever DPS you have available. If you guys don't have any of them, Dieting is a very good option because he is going to be an SR character. Now, alongside Dieting and Vice, you're just going to bring supports. I recommend a defense down, so Kloss is very good. Graze is also very good if you don't have Kloss. If you want to bring two healers, you can go Fushu and Valerian. If you want to bring one, you can just bring one. If you guys don't have Fushu or Valerian for some reason, you can bring Green Sanya, and she's also a very good option. You can also bring Kachi the Guard because he has a defense and immunity buff. You can also bring like a Freya because she can provide off healing with her debuff, and also she has that defense buff as well. So I'm just going to show you guys the two teams quickly in action. It's very simple. You just have to auto through and ignore the ads here. And make sure you target the boss. And you can see right away, we almost get killed. This is why you're going to want to bring a lot of healing and sustain. If you find yourself not living the opener, you can actually have your Ling Luo outspeed and then apply immunity and will prayers before they go. But otherwise, you're just going to be hitting the boss down and, chipping away with dots. Another thing you can do if you're dying on the opener because your characters are like 4-star or something, my character's literally 5 stars and they're still surviving, you can actually bring these characters, Fangus and Obel, your DPSs, on like HP percent, like 1 HP percent right side piece is going to be fine. Basically now we are just sustaining. There is a lot of AoE damage, which is why I highly recommend bringing Viper, because Viper can attack down and speed down the enemies, which will make them do a lot less damage to you. You can see this boss just took so much damage from the dots here. Now we just heal up. And Obel takes his next S3 and will land a lot of dots. And like I mentioned, if you have him on Codex, it's really good because you can S3 into S3 at the start of battle, which will do, one, a lot of bursts with his dots, but also it will stun the ads twice. Now Ling Luo, very strong because she can purify the stun that gets hit on you. And if my Fangus wants to follow up and land his dots, that would be great. But you might struggle on this boss because, yeah, you might just get one shot on the opener. Fangus is going to be the one that is susceptible to dying because he's red against the blue boss. So you want to make sure if he's dying on the opener, just put him on like 1 HP percent right side piece, and maybe like an HP percent shell, like one that has HP percent on the first passive, and you'll be good to go. And we just win after the boss takes his turn here. This fight is pretty scary from the looks of it, but I reran this like 3 or 4 times and I didn't die in the opener every single time, so you can see that that is how you take down, or that is the team comp that I recommend for taking down this boss. Now we're going to go into Kantovia, green, purple, yellow. This is going to be a lot easier because you have Valerian available, so you can actually live the opener. And also because you have Vice here, you can actually lock down the boss with Taunt. If you get a bad opener where you get stunned like this, you definitely want to reset. But I'm not about that life, so I'm just going to play it through. And now the taunting session begins. Just kidding, he got resisted. Yeah, he's not immune to taunt. Just making sure. Resisted again, so I got 10% it twice. Surely he doesn't 10% me, or she doesn't 10% me for the third time in a row, right? Because my Vice is on full effect accuracy. There we go. And speed down, great. Claws debuffs. Now, the boss is just going to permanently go into my Vice as long as I keep taunting. If you have Lily, you can twin trick Vice to make it easier. That way you can keep S1ing the boss over and over. And just like guarantee that you're landing the taunts. But if you don't, then you're pretty much praying that you don't get 10% resisted and you don't get screwed over. Because the AoE attack does a lot of damage here. Fusion gets her S3 off, perfect. Get my Hazy Dream off, perfect. Boss does ultimate once, but it's okay. And you are basically just spam hitting the boss over and over. If you're manualing this, you don't ever want to S3 on Vice, by the way. I mean, you do, only if the boss is already taunted, but you're ideally just spamming S1 so the boss doesn't ever, ult. But yeah, that's pretty much the fight. It's pretty scary, I'd say. I think this is like the hardest one on the 3rd floor, which is very interesting. But definitely doable. You just want to make sure that you bring dot comp for the red and blue one with survivability. Just make sure you live the opener and you're pretty much good to go because Ling Luo will heal you up and the dots should kill the boss very quickly. And then for the Kantovia team, you want to make sure that, if I can click it, that you bring Vice to lock down the boss and just spam S1 on the boss and it should be pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, that's pretty much the guide for this. Nothing really else to talk about. It is pretty simple. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll have the guide for the last boss, Lindell, on Hell mode up very, very shortly.